The role of SEAL Team 1 in the Vietnam War. In the turbulent backdrop of the Vietnam War, one unit emerged from the shadows, etching its name into the annals of military history. SEAL Team 1, formed in January 1962 as part of a strategic initiative to counter the escalating threat of communist insurgency in Southeast Asia. This elite group of Navy SEALs became a critical player in the US military's unconventional warfare tactics. With a mission set against the dense jungles and murky rivers of Vietnam, SEAL Team 1 operated in some of the most hostile environments imaginable, adapting to the ever-changing dynamics of a war defined by guerrilla tactics and unconventional threats. The Vietnam War was marked by a complex web of political, social, and military factors that shaped its course. The US involvement began in earnest in the early 1960s as part of the broader Cold War strategy to contain communism. The conflict saw a combination of conventional warfare and insurgency tactics employed by the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese Army, NVA, leading to a protracted struggle that tested the resolve of US forces and the South Vietnamese government. The challenging terrain, characterized by dense jungles, swampy river deltas, and mountainous regions, provided the perfect cover for guerrilla fighters, complicating the efforts of conventional military forces. The training that transformed ordinary sailors into these elite warriors was nothing short of grueling. It began at the Naval Amphibious Base in Coronado, California, where recruits endured the infamous BUD-S, Basic Underwater Demolition, SEAL, training. This process was designed to forge not only physical prowess, but also mental fortitude. Recruits faced brutal conditioning drills, extensive weapon training, and survival tactics that included everything from hand-to-hand combat to underwater demolition. They were pushed to their limits, often operating in small teams, where every member's skills were essential to mission success. This preparation was vital. The SEALs would find themselves behind enemy lines, often without support and relying solely on their training and ingenuity to survive. When deployed to Vietnam, SEAL Team 1 quickly became synonymous with high-risk operations that few others would dare undertake. Their missions spanned a diverse range of objectives, from reconnaissance missions deep in enemy territory to direct assaults on Viet Cong and North Vietnamese Army (NVA) positions. The silent footage from May 29, 1970, captures these SEALs in action, showcasing their disciplined march through the jungles of Long Phu, armed with M60 machine guns and M16 rifles, moving stealthily through the tall brush. It illustrates the commitment and resolve of these warriors as they navigated the treacherous terrain, where every step could lead to an ambush or a deadly confrontation. This footage, now declassified, showcases a typical mission executed by SEAL Team 1. No sound accompanies the images, allowing viewers to immerse themselves in the visual narrative of their arduous operations. One fascinating aspect of SEAL operations was their innovative approach to warfare. The SEALs often employed unconventional tactics, utilizing small boats for swift insertion and extraction in riverine environments. This flexibility allowed them to strike quickly and vanish into the jungle before the enemy could mount a counteroffensive. Their operational landscape was often defined by the Mekong Delta, a region riddled with a complex network of rivers and canals, making conventional warfare impractical. The delta's humidity, along with its swamps and dense vegetation, created an environment ripe for ambushes and hit-and-run tactics. During these missions, they relied heavily on a unique combination of equipment designed for rapid deployment and versatility. The M60, a belt-fed machine gun, provided suppressive fire, while the M16 rifle allowed for precision engagements at range. Additionally, SEALs carried a range of explosives, including C4 and hand grenades, which were critical for sabotage missions aimed at disrupting enemy supply lines. The SEALs' effectiveness in close-quarters combat was also enhanced by their training in unconventional warfare tactics, allowing them to navigate complex urban and jungle environments where the enemy often blended into the local populace. SEAL Team 1 operated primarily in the Mekong Delta, an area characterized by its intricate network of rivers and dense jungles. This environment posed significant challenges. The humidity and thick foliage made visibility poor, and the ever-present threat of ambush was a constant reality. The SEALs conducted operations that included ambushes against enemy patrols and reconnaissance missions to gather intelligence on Viet Cong movements. These missions often resulted in high stakes and high casualties, reflecting the intense nature of the conflict. The reputation of SEAL Team 1 was built on its successes, but also on its audacity and willingness to engage the enemy in unconventional ways. Their bravery did not go unnoticed, as they were celebrated in military circles and beyond. Many of the SEALs who served in Vietnam became legends, known for their daring exploits and remarkable resilience. The SEALs developed a reputation for being at the forefront of some of the war's most audacious missions, often undertaking tasks that conventional forces deemed too risky. Yet, the toll of war was heavy. The team suffered casualties and faced the psychological burden that came with their perilous missions. Despite this, their resolve remained unbroken, driven by a commitment to their comrades and the mission at hand. An often overlooked aspect of their legacy is the role they played in shaping the future of special operations. The experiences gained in Vietnam laid the groundwork for the evolution of US Special Forces tactics. The lessons learned from SEAL Team 1's operations influenced future conflicts, as military planners recognized the effectiveness of small, highly trained units in unconventional warfare. The integration of new technology and tactics gleaned from these experiences has continued to impact US military operations to this day. As we watch the footage from that day in May 1970, the images of SEALs disembarking from boats, moving with purpose into the jungle, remind us of the sacrifices made by these warriors. The sight of a radio man communicating on the radio encapsulates the essence of their missions. Intelligence, coordination, and execution were paramount, often conducted under the specter of enemy fire. Each movement, each operation, was a testament to the courage and tenacity of SEAL Team 1, as they braved the jungles of Vietnam, forever changing the landscape of modern warfare. The significance of SEAL Team 1 extends beyond their immediate tactical contributions. Their operations not only achieved short-term military objectives, but also provided critical intelligence that informed broader strategic decisions. The integration of psychological operations, counterinsurgency efforts, and direct action highlighted a sophisticated understanding of the multifaceted nature of warfare. In retrospect, the story of SEAL Team 1 is one of valor, innovation, and indomitable spirit. Their impact on the Vietnam War was profound, not merely in terms of the missions they accomplished, but also in the legacy they left behind. A legacy that continues to inspire and shape the conduct of special operations forces around the world. The SEALs of Team 1 were not just soldiers. They were pioneers of a new kind of warfare, operating on the fringes of conventional military tactics, and their contributions will forever be etched in history.